So I haven't uploaded a video in about 3 months, and that is absolutely unfortunate. And it comes down to 5 reasons, okay? And the first one is this startup, hustle, growth mentality, or like forced growth, you could say. And that essentially means, and like you don't realize it in the moment, but like in hindsight you do, is that forced growth, or try to grow as quickly as possible, means you're just trying to find the next breaking point in your company's operations consistently. Okay, so last year, the big breaking point was the onboarding process. And so towards the end of the year, I uploaded my last video sometime in November. And so towards the end of the year, I realized I need to revamp the software and the onboarding process in the company. And so I started working on that. And that is just like hours upon hours upon hours of just trying to figure out and learn Airtable and the website builder that I use, Software.io, like just learning those 2 things incredibly in depth and learning how to make your operations better. And the second reason actually is like the point of a YouTube channel, right? If you like work your way backwards or reverse engineer, is to get views. And to get views, you have to make good videos. Well, good videos are time consuming and expensive, right? Like I've watched a ton of Mr. Beast recently, and it's like this whole thing, click-through ratio and view percentage duration.
This is called a retention graph. The whole time while we were there, Jimmy was giving us advice on how to get our videos to 70% retention.
70%, that's what you need. If it's below that, figure out how to get higher.
So that means 70% of the people who clicked on the video are still watching at the end of the video.
All of those metrics now go into my mind before I hit the upload button, and that's why it takes me a long time, because I don't want to do, I pay attention to all the other hotshot channels. This garbage stinks, oh my goodness. So I pay attention to all the other hotshot channels, what's going on, and it's like, I don't want to do just another vlog. I've done that. I have like, I believe I have almost 400 videos on my channel. Like I've done every video you could possibly think of. And so now the choice or the option is, or what I'm trying to do is like, I want to upload good videos.
Really quick, I want to interrupt the channel sponsor, MyT Products. I've been buying my tarps and straps from MyT Products, well, for over 5 years. So when they reached out not too long ago and they wanted to do a sponsorship, I absolutely said yes. They actually sent us, I didn't even ask them for this, but they sent, I think 100 free admission passes for the Mid-America Truck Show in Louisville, Kentucky. That is going to be March 24th to 26th right here. I'll put this on the screen. So if you want to get free admission, I don't know exactly how much it is. I think it might be like $20 or something. So this is a good, this is a lot. So you can use the code MATS50 free, FREE, right? So that's your promo code. If you're going to be at the show, please use this code and you'll get free admission. I will be at the Mid-America Truck Show. That's in Louisville, Kentucky, March 24th to 26th. So I'll be up there. And huge thank you to MyT Products for sending this in. I didn't even ask them for it. It just showed up in the inbox. So I appreciate them for that. And if you do need tarps, straps, or anything like that for a really good price, go to mightyproducts.com. I'll put the link in the description below.
Good is subjective, and so this may be a good video for you guys, but for me it's not, it's just an update video, so it is what it is. But still, the point remains the same, that I don't want to upload a video that I know will do poorly and at the end of the day won't make me that much money. That is the purpose of this YouTube channel. Now, speaking of money, guys, I've explained this before, that the trucking business, right? The hotshot business, the transport side of the company, Tow Piglet with the MC number, that like makes me 80 to 90% of my money.
Okay, so YouTube channel let's refresh the page and we will make sure that we are, 2021. Okay, so it's YouTube 66,595. The trucking business, here's 2021. Here you go. Trucking business at 1.1983. There you go. So the trucking business is doing a lot more revenue than YouTube, that's for sure.
So YouTube is responsible for a very small percentage of my revenue. And so unfortunately, when the business requires a ton of like effort or a ton of time or something, like YouTube unfortunately does fall by the wayside. And this would be reason number 3, that like most of my money does come from being a trucking company, not from being a YouTuber. Now, a little bit of rapid fire, since Diana had to go inside and feed the baby, of what else has happened in these past 3 months. Number 1 is, we had another baby. Okay, it's a boy and he's been great. Number 2 is, you might be looking, Alex, you're in your garage in your house. Exactly. So the problem there is towards the end of the year of my lease in that building in Weatherford, I asked them, I'm like, hey, will you guys extend me the lease? And they said yes. But then in November, they sent me a letter saying lease is going to end, please move out. And so they flip-flopped on their decision, because I mean, honestly, I think that space wasn't great, but at least it was a space, and they were just fed up more than likely with all my trailers and me taking up a bunch of space, and the neighbors, the other tenants were extremely problematic Karens that always complained about everything. So that was frustrating. So, and then by December 31st, essentially I had to move out of my lease. On top of me wanting to redesign the software, on top of having the newborn baby, I now have to move the entire business into my garage. And so my dad actually helped me build this wall right here in between so we can split up that side. But that's not it, because on top of that, then a couple of owner operators decided to go out and get their own MC, and congratulations for them. But however, the problem with that is now I'm missing out on that revenue. So revenue starts to decline. Well, the percentage, the profits are basically percentage of owner operator revenue. So if I have less owner operators, that means I make less money. And so I then had to start freaking out about money. And then on top of that, towards the end of the year, we got our holidays, we got Christmas, no freight. I think during the Christmas week or whatever, Christmas, New Year's week, we only had 2, maybe 3 trucks on the road. That's it. And so you might be wondering, Alex, okay, that was the end of the year. That makes sense. You didn't upload that month and a half or so. What about recently? Like, I mean, it's March now. Like, where's the videos from January, February, March, right? It's like, okay, fine, good question. Well, and so in January, we're now taking on a couple of trucks, trying to get back to where we were and trying to build up. And so we're focusing on the new onboarding process. And what that means is when you take on a lot of new people, you then have to figure out, like, hey, well, you got to do it this way. You have to, like, the training becomes now an issue. You want to make sure your onboarding process is just the steps the people take to submit all the documents. But the training is now another thing that needs to be fixed and worked on. And so I've been, just dealing with a lot of phone calls and helping out guys. Hey, no, do this way, tarp it this way, strap it like this. No, you can't use logs here. You got to use like all these things that and that's just the small stuff. And then there's bigger issues like owner operator breaks down, trailer fails. We have guys with new trailers, 2 weeks old trailers, lost an axle. We got guys with good trucks losing trucks. And so it's like constantly throughout the week, not only are you taking calls, helping them answer their questions, you also then have to be the recovery team as well. So you're constantly buying flights. Hey, go get this, go get that. And I couldn't be able to do it without Manny or the dispatchers. Like they've been just a humongous help. And then the next day you've been shopping for a truck, and sure enough, you find one at a dealer that will finally sell it to you at MSRP. So you got to go fly in and grab that.
And literally the next day, I'm putting decals on another truck. So I'm just busy, guys. There's good videos in the works, so just hang tight, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.